Hi Rockstars, I hope you're all well. I thought I'd talk you through my wedding dress shopping adventure that I've been having recently. So obviously when you get engaged, the first thing that you think about is, where you're going to have the venue, what date you're going to have it on, and you book all of that, and that's fine. Then you start to think about the themes and the colours and that kind of thing. But when you're a girl, you're especially interested in what the hell am I going to wear on my wedding day. So when you're alternative, I think that adds another layer of complication, and when you're me, there's another layer of complication over the top of that. Obviously, if you're a normal person, you just walk into a wedding dress shop and you find a white dress, and that's absolutely fine, you found your dress. But when you're a goth, you kind of want to have something that's a little bit different. You don't want to have something that everybody else wears. When you're me, you don't want to have a goth wedding dress either. So my problem with goth wedding dresses, especially black wedding dresses, is that most of them are either quite tacky and quite poorly put together, that's my personal opinion, or they're the kind of thing that you would wear to a club or a ball or to a gig. They're not the sort of thing that you would wear for that one sort of really super special day. They're kind of the sort of thing that you would wear over and over again. And where I do want to have a dress that I can wear again, I also want to have something that's absolutely stunning and is like nothing that anybody else would wear who is either alternative or normal. So I've got this kind of dilemma thing going on. So I've been to a few different wedding dress shops. First place I went to was here in Norwich. I just kind of popped in and they were quite rude. Oh, you're looking for something that's alternative, but not in a bad way, and something that's a little bit quirky, but not in a bad way, which kind of got my goat a little bit. So I won't be shopping there, even though they do prom dresses as well as regular wedding dresses. So I might be able to find something in the prom section. But anyway, next I went to Cambridge with my mum, and we went into a couple of wedding dress shops there, and I'll show you some pictures of the various different dresses that I tried on. And I really liked them. I really liked the sparkly bodice of one of them, and I really loved the lace applique on another one. There were some really beautiful dresses, but none of them were quite right, and most importantly, all of them were white. The thing is that wedding dresses come in white, various different shades of off-white, gold, and then maybe sometimes a very pale pink. They never seem to come in cool tone colours, so colours like grey or silver, violet or lilac, or any shades of blue. What I really want is a cool tone wedding dress. I don't want a black wedding dress, I don't want a red wedding dress, I don't want a white wedding dress. So the next thing I did was go around a bunch of shops here in Norwich, and one of the places actually had a really beautiful ball gown that was a really dark, gorgeous Cadbury's purple. It was absolutely beautiful fabric, but the style of the dress, again, it just looked like the sort of thing that you just kind of buy off the peg kind of thing, or off a website. It didn't look really special, even though it was made by a designer who makes wedding dresses. So I tried on a whole load of other dresses, all of which were white, various ones here that you'll be able to see. And I also tried on a pink wedding dress, which was actually very beautiful. It had all these embroidered roses all over it, and that was very gorgeous, and it had kind of a low back, and the shape of it was really nice, but it was pink, and I would have had it without question if it had been blue and or lilac. I tried on a really lovely dress in the sale in the same shop, which had a super sparkly bodice, like super really sparkly, and gold toned skirts, so it was a no-no, but it had pockets. And not just little pockets either, like really deep pockets that you could put things like your lipstick and your keys and your phone in and stuff like that. So I think that was really clever. And if it had been a different colour, or it hadn't been made of polyester so I could have dyed it, I would have had that one, I think. But anyway, I've discovered that I love sparkles, like really blingy dresses. I've discovered that I really want a cool tone dress. I love big, huge skirts and loads of detail, loads of lace. I love backless dresses, and I really want to wear a back chain. I love that kind of, I love the sweetheart neckline and then the point in the waist as well. I really like that. So it's looking like I'm going to have to make my own wedding dress or get somebody to make it for me. Now I've actually got a whole load of pictures up on a couple of Pinterest boards. If you just search for me under Gothic Rock Goddess, and I'll put the link below as well, you'll be able to see those there. So you can see the sort of stuff that I've been trying on or that I've found on the internet that I like details of. I do actually have a dress, and it's basically a dress that I bought in a charity shop, obviously, years ago, and it was cream Dupion silk on the bodice and the sleeves with a little point on the sleeves, and then it had loads of of kind of creamy tulle skirts and then an underlayer of satin. So because it was only a tenner when I bought it, I thought I'm gonna have an experiment with this and just see what happens. So I bunged it in the washing machine. Collective intake of breath. Oh my god, she put a wedding dress in the washing machine. But anyway, I put it in the washing machine and I put in there a packet of purple Dylon dye and a packet of black poly dye, and I just switched the machine on and I went, let's just see what happens. And what happened was that the Dupion silk picked up the purple really well and went this really pretty dark purple. The tulle skirts went a kind of a paler shade of purple, but still in the same colour range, so they go really well, they match really well together. And then underneath, because the satin underskirt is polyester, it picked up some of the black dye, but because it was a 40-degree wash rather than a 90-degree wash, it went a sort of a very cloudy, silvery grey colour. It's very pretty. So I'm thinking I kind of want to use that as the base for my dress, but I really want the design of it to be completely different. So at the moment it's got quite a high neckline, and I've taken the sleeves off it, but you know, it did go to sleeves originally, and then it's got quite a high back as well, and it used to have little covered buttons up the middle of it. And really what I want is to have a backless dress with loads and loads of lace applique on it and a completely different shape in the top and loads of bling. So I'm hoping to get a seamstress, fingers crossed, to basically help me remake this dress. And I also want to put an overlay of grey tulle, which I found, that has got appliqued lace pieces on it, really, really beautiful, with loads of sparkles and details in them. I want that on the skirts, and then I want the whole bodice to be just sparkle, bling, like it was in the dress with the pockets. I'm taking those details and those ideas to a seamstress, might be next week by the time you see this, and we'll see how I get on. So I would have taken you around the wedding dress shops, but unfortunately a lot of them have got no photography, no filming rules, basically because a lot of brides prefer to keep their dress secret from everybody, and there have been incidences where people have taken photos of them and then put them up online, and then they haven't been able to wear that dress because people have seen what they look like in it rather than it being a nice big surprise. But I will hopefully get you involved in as much of the rest of the wedding planning as possible. So let me know what you think of the dresses on my Pinterest boards, and if you've got any thoughts or ideas for what you think I should wear, and I will see you guys all again very soon. Bye.